or make you laugh, make you cry like Ain't Life Funny. Ugh.
Well, I don't want to keep. It's not going to be that long of a discussion because one of the games ain't happening. But we'll get to that real quick. So first, just a little recap on where we're at right now. We're through week 3. Aaron's doing fantastic. I'm right behind him. And just to recap our picks, Dallas versus Seattle last week. We both picked Seattle to win. That happened. We both picked the score 35-24. Not exactly correct. Dallas tried to win at the end. You know, it didn't happen. There's some
I didn't think they were going to score at all, honestly, dude. Like, I'm surprised they scored as much as they did. But that's all kind of skewed, too, because should have been a blowout. DK Metcalf messed up that touchdown.
Yep.
And then also Dak threw another interception, but it bounced up in the air, and the guy caught it off the dude's chest. So that game could have gotten really out of hand. They should have put 50 up on us, bro, like straight up. Like they was about to. But just out of the pure serendipity or whatever you want to call it, we got lucky and the ball bounced our way a couple of times to our benefit. But that could have easily gone the other way. So we should be 0-3. I told you I had to go for them in that Atlanta game because it was just like, you know, I knew they weren't going to play good. But, dude, they look bad, bro. Like, it's no highlight at all in the game that I can even pinpoint on. Like, you can say, oh, Dak threw for a lot of yards, but
garbage.
Garbage, exactly. Like, it's like, that shit wasn't good, though, dude. Like, the opportunity that we had to score, we did it.
Like, they have to. When you're that far behind, you have to throw it. So he's going to get a bunch of yards.
Well, think about it, dude. 2 games in a row now, your team has had to score 40 points to even have a chance to win.
I mean,
like, that's not a formula for success, bro, at all.
Your O-line is so bad that Zeke can't run correctly. Like, he can't get enough yards on the ground just to keep you in that sort of short yardage game that I think you guys need. And
they don't even have that philosophy, though, if you ask me. Like, trash, I don't think that –
your defense is trash.
Oh, my God. Well, they have the guard playing tackle, so they had to move the guard to tackle to even have enough guys to play on the offensive line because apparently the backup is so bad at tackle that they might as well start the guard over there, which is crazy because he did way better. But also, dude, the defense, like you said, is so bad. Like, it's to a point where, like, you can't, like I said, bro, 40 points. And then, like, the mindset should be, okay, our defense is this trash. We need to control the ball. They're out there airing it out. Because they have to, but at the same time, it's just like, oh my God, bro. Like, I just don't even know what to say. Like, the way we were always a successful team, or the last few years, was even with Tony Romo, they ran the ball, controlled the clock, keep the defense off the field,
short yardage, pass plays, and air it out because you have that option. Because you've established all that other stuff.
We're trash, bro. They gave Amari Cooper $20 million.
Dude. It's got to be tough, like you said, with that shit you said about Skip Bayless saying that and, like, being a fan of the Cowboys. I mean, he's dead on about that. I'm like you. I don't like that guy. I think that guy's a cunt, but he is a Cowboys fan. He has a lot of, he's close to that team. He's got a lot of experience covering them, and it's got to be frustrating for sure, dude.
The fact that he gave up on him shows me that this really is the truth. Like, I've been saying this for years, bro. You know me. Like, I've been hating on him since you really met me because I've been pissed off all throughout my entire high school years, bro. Like, I watched Vinny Testaverde fight his way to an 8-8 season and was proud of that shit at a certain point in my life and was like, yeah, man, they gonna pull it together and shit. I'm not a fool anymore, bro. I've seen the writing on the wall. I get what it is. We're an 8-8 franchise, dude. Like, Jerry Jones realized he can be just as good of a moneymaker, being somewhat okay. As long as he puts out a product that's competitive, he's good. It doesn't have to be great. It just has to be competitive. I'm sure he wants to win a Super Bowl in his mind, but he's not making decisions that get you Super Bowls, if you ask me. Because,
he's making decisions that get him more attention, eyes on his team.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's what you got to realize, dude. Like, even in the losses, they still get the attention. Because now they lost to the Seahawks, but the whole thing is, can Dak do it? Does he deserve the contract? Like, there's all these storylines that they can keep, rotating around. And that's why they'll never be great, dude, because the focus needs to be like the Patriots. Every week they come out, we're just focused on winning a game. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all they ever bring to the table. It's not anything about anybody's contract. Because they even try to do with Cam Newton. And what does he say? He's like, I'm just focused on the next team. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're just trying to play as good as we can. Like, because that's the model of the franchise. The model of the Cowboys franchise is be in the news, keep the eyes on us so we got shit to talk about because the team ain't good. So it's like eventually people are going to wake up and realize it ain't shit to talk about other than the stuff around the team.
Yeah.
What's Dak doing? What's Zeke doing? He got a new tattoo. He got this. He got that. Like, there's always a storyline, bro. And that's why I'm just like, it's cool. Like I said, but I'm scared. I don't want to see a team fail their way to success, be an 8-8 home team, playoff team.
Because there's no, it's like you can do that to get to the playoffs, but it's like, what is that? It's great. We lost terribly in the first round of the playoffs. Or you very well could fail into the playoffs this year. There's more teams getting in. Who knows?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, they have an outside shot to actually do it because our division is so bad. Like, you could probably win our division with 9-7, bro. Because that's what they wanted with last year. 9-7 got the Eagles into the playoffs, and they actually won a game, which was even crazier because Nick Foles came in there and won that game and shit, which is wild. But just to think, like, you don't want to see that, dog. Like, because that team not going to the Super Bowl. They're not going to beat the Chiefs playing like this. Come on, man.
Team. Dude, after watching them play the Ravens, I can't see anybody beating them, dude. If they stay healthy, if somebody can put it like Mahomes on his ass, you might win. But I don't see that happening.
Well, Andy Reid is a fucking mad scientist, bro. Like, people want to sleep on that guy and say whatever, but like, legitimately, somehow or another, Andy Reid has figured out a way to like sit in the shadows and just like tinker away with every piece of his team, man. So like now he actually has like every piece needed. Because like, how does the league let them get Tyreek Hill, bomb-ass receiver, bomb-ass tight end, another bomb receiver, and you got the greatest quarterback right now doing everything cool you've ever seen in your life? Like, somehow the whole entire league just let Andy Reid sit back and just build a Frankenstein of a team. Because, like, if anybody was smart, they would have been like, all right, man, we can't let this guy pair up Patrick Mahomes with a guy like Tyreek Hill. That guy drafted that guy. I don't even know what round these people got drafted in, but somehow he's gotten all these people through drafts. Like, and then Sammy Watkins was a free agent, but, like, he was a trashy dude. Like, people didn't even want him no more. So, like, literally,
he didn't want him. He was on the Steelers. That's where they got him from. I mean, he was a burner, but he never had hands. Like, somehow they taught him to catch.
They have tinkered. They let him tinker away with the team to the point now it's just like, if they even on the defensive side, it's like they got beasts on defense where their defense isn't great, but it's good enough to get slow somebody down enough so that they got to take more time off the clock and work in your favor, and then they come out and then once again light your ass up in four plays, bro. Like, it was just like incredible, man. Because like, Patrick Mahomes don't really got no weakness to his game, like, and he's only like 25, or 23, however old he is. He's young. I mean,
I remember a fucking story that they said at sometime in the offseason this year that he admitted somewhere where he didn't even know how to read a defense until like this offseason. So he was out there doing the shit he did last year, somehow handicapped by not being able to do that, and now he appears to.
I think he's just running the plays. I think he just knows how to run the plays, and he's just looking at what's happening in front of him, man. Like,
and he never looks like, even when something kind of bad happens, which it doesn't really happen that much, but he just seems very like, no matter what, they know, and he knows that they can overcome a lot of points if they have to. Like,
he's just chill.
He is just chill. Like, he can run, he can throw those weird no-look passes, and even if he has to jump off to like the tight end, he's got Travis Kelce, who is a beast. And like you said,
and he's big.
I mean, like, they're not great, but they ain't terrible.
Bro, that's like I said, bro. Like, I wish that I could say, like, because usually with a quarterback like that, like, even like, Lamar Jackson, like, yeah, he's fast and he can do all that, but sometimes he makes the wrong reads and he doesn't throw the best accurate ball all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, weakness in his arm game and shit. But you literally, it's like Russell Wilson. It's the same thing. Like, you can't point to a weakness in his game. Even Russell Wilson, though, sometimes looks panicked because he's not that big of a dude in the pocket. Sometimes, like, he does scramble around and gets a little wild, you know what I'm saying? But, like, I really have not seen Patrick Mahomes do anything where I was like, oh, that's what he can't do. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, even Peyton Manning, you could blitz him and, like, put pressure on him. Tom Brady, same thing. Like, he's not fast. Like, Mahomes is fast enough to get out the way of shit. He's strong enough to run people over. He's throwing the ball from multiple angles, like you said, throwing the shit left-handed, no looks. Like, it's just like you can't pinpoint anything in that kid's game. The only way you can beat him is if you constantly are busting him in the mouth. And I don't think there's any team with the defensive line that good to do that shit.
I mean, I would honestly say we can pivot off to my team now, but like just to end your discussion, I get it. You don't want to go to Jerry's world. You don't like it. We're both down on the Cowboys for right now. But like you said about the defense, I think the Steelers actually have a defense that could put some pressure on them, but we don't have enough. It's like the secondary still has some sort of issue. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
People are still putting up points on us for no reason, but to pivot to my game, we both picked Houston to win that game. And I'm sorry, Steelers. I'm a guy I'm a lifelong fan. I'm 37. I've been a fan of the Steelers since I knew what NFL football was, basically. So for 30 years, I've watched this team. And like Aaron, most years I'm just frustrated as fuck watching them. They're predictable. They're usually bad on defense or bad on offense, one or the other. We never have everything all lined up. And this year, there was things to doubt. Ben's coming back. You know, our defense was good, but our offense sucked last year without Ben. How was that going to work out? And we're struggling to be consistent for a full game. But I got to say, I picked Houston to win last game. That's my bad. But they didn't show me they're a great team in the NFL compared to like Kansas City last week against Houston. But they did show me that even if they get put in a hard spot, Ben has the ability to get us back, get a lead. We can still run the ball if we have to, and we can commit to that. And our defense does have a few issues in the secondary I don't like, but our front, the defensive line, the linebackers, I think those are the best in the league. I don't think you could give a squad better than that. Like the linebackers in line, you can't find a squad better than the Steelers. So
it's amazing to think that you can refer to a football team and have positive things to say about it. I don't know what that feels
it doesn't feel right to me because here's my thing. I don't know. I am a logical person, but for the Steelers, I am there's a lot of things. I don't like to fucking jinx anything. If I get a new hat, I don't wear it until we win a game. Like that kind of bullshit. That, these little superstitious things that I do. So for me, I don't like to give my team any shine, but I have to say, like, while it wasn't a full quality game against an opponent who, the Houston's pretty good, but their offensive line sucks. Like we were fucking pummeling that team.
Well, this is the thing. I almost picked the Steelers last week to win that game, but y'all did what
I should.
I'm saying y'all did what y'all usually do, but then y'all stopped. Like y'all started playing kind of to Houston's level and were kind of dicking around and let them kind of do some things at first. But then somebody figured out like, oh, Houston can't stop the run against us. And then they just kept running the ball and then y'all won, which to me, that's what you're supposed to do as a team. Like if you say, oh, the middle linebacker can't cover, we're going to attack him with the tight end all day today. You know what I'm saying? Or, oh, we got fucking T.O. on the outside. We're going to keep dropping it until, they decide to double cover him or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, that's what you're supposed to do in football. Like, when you have that guy, you use that guy. You know what I'm saying? But for whatever reason in NFL, teams don't do that shit, bro. I don't know what it is. I guess because they just trying to get everybody the ball and be happy, which doesn't make sense to me because it's like we're professionals. Like,
yeah, it's a team. If you get your check and shut the fuck up if you're winning. Like that's all you got to do.
Well, that's the thing that's the thing. I know like stats help you for your next contract, but it doesn't do anything for the contract you're playing under.
I don't
like,
give
if you catch 19
about your contract as a person who likes the team. You're playing the sport for the people watching the sport. So all that shit. Remember when we were young? And the ESPN was kind of, it was still big. Do you remember them talking about all this bullshit that has nothing to do with them playing the game as much back then?
Oh, definitely not. Yeah. I mean, because honestly, they would
care about it. Who cares? Do it. You're getting paid a lot of money no matter what. I ain't making that.
I mean, but I guess for whatever reason, though, there's some idea of trying to get everybody's stats in the NFL, or maybe shit doesn't work and you don't realize it as fast. Like maybe they're trying to keep tricking teams. I don't know, but to me, like I saw, for example, the Steelers ride Jerome Bettis to a championship, dog.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I saw the Cowboys ride fucking Emmitt Smith to a championship, bro. Where Michael Irvin wasn't on the sideline being like, "This some bullshit. They keep running with Emmett, man. Like, I want the ball." Like, I never saw Michael Irvin do that once. Like, he was just like, "When my time comes, I'm gonna be ready," and that's what he would do. And that's
But
what I
here's
feel
the
like you're
thing,
supposed to feel like.
when
You know
you
what I mean?
have that, when you have that piece like a running back like that, that doesn't happen with the wide receivers, because here's the crazy thing that happens. Everyone focuses on the guy running the ball because he's so dangerous, and then that guy who you say might complain if he doesn't get thrown the ball is gonna get thrown the ball because he's gonna be open because they're committing to the run so much, you know. So
Yeah,
I
dude.
mean, I feel like that does happen a lot, but it doesn't make any sense to me, because in reality, if it's all working the way that it should, everyone's gonna get the ball because one thing opens up the other. If you pass it a lot, logically you should be able
Right.
to run the ball and catch people off guard because they're expecting a pass. You know, one begets the other. So I don't get
I mean,
it.
that's why y'all beat Houston. That's why y'all beat Houston, because the run game opened up. So then they had to bring people into the box, and then you can throw it over the top. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. Like, I honestly, I'm with you though. I think from the Cowboys' perspective, the line is so bad they can't even run Zeke. Like, it's just to that point now where it's just like none of that shit is working, dude. Like, we had a bunch of plays we wanted to call, but we can't do it
Yeah.
because this guy can't block. What it is, you know what I mean? But I mean, that team has been dysfunctional as fuck, dude. We should have seen that shit coming, bro. Like, that's why I liked what your team was doing this year, because I didn't hear a lot of rumblings out of the Steelers organization, because last year y'all were all in the media with AB and all that. And I
Yep.
think just all that shit kind of clouded the team anyways, because it's just so much other shit around it. You know what I mean? That's what I think Jerry Jones doesn't understand is like, you put so much more pressure on these guys that are already under mad pressure to be successful, dude. Like, you only can play football for so long. It's only so many games. Your
Yeah.
team has to produce good in every game. And like, and on top of that, now you're talking about, you know, the fact that his brother said that he doesn't like you as an owner and doesn't want his brother to play for you anymore. Or the fact that Zeke got, you know, into a drunk driving accident, or, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like anything, you know what I'm saying? There's all these different things where you're just like, damn, dog, like, this is crazy, man. Like, it's like, we'll never be great because of this. But
Well,
we play the Browns this week.
well,
And
first, before we get into this coming week 4, just overall, after week 3, I just want to remind everybody, you know, we are keeping track of our overall pick records for these picks we make.
Yeah.
So right now I'm sitting at a svelte 4 wins, 2 losses. Should not have picked against the Steelers. Steelers, my bad.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
still
my
going to be
first loss.
realistic, but moving forward, I'll keep that in mind. Aaron, you're at 5-1, dude. And had you picked the Steelers, you'd be still perfect with no losses. So
I almost did, man. My problem is that I couldn't think of a number that y'all could beat them by. So I was like, I'm just gonna give the Texans the benefit of the doubt that they'll pull it together and like figure some shit out. But it's like what you said, their offensive line is trash, bro.
It's
I
just
didn't
too
realize
bad. Had they had even a little bit more time, I think we might have had a bit more of a problem. But there was some shit about that our game too. We got a really negligible pass interference call in the third quarter that we really benefited. It really changed the whole game, but you know, we won. So sorry.
Hey, man.
So Aaron, you're sitting at 5-1. I'm at 4-2. So now we're going into week 4. So first of all, I'm going to get my team out of the way first, because apparently COVID had to fuck with my team inadvertently, because the Tennessee Titans had a COVID outbreak, quote unquote, with 5 people in their organization, 3 on the team, or whatever it was. 3 people on the team got it, some people in the organization got it, so they're shut down. They can't go into the place until Saturday.
I thought they said they still might play.
Well, they're going to play right now, so this is what it is. They got shut down. They can't go into any of their facilities until Saturday. And what they've done after 2 days this week, they decided that they're going to postpone the game and play it on Monday or possibly Tuesday. They still haven't made that call. but technically they're still going to play. So given that we know that there's all this bullshit, they don't have time to prepare really. We're going to get some extra time to prepare. Steelers are coming in hot. Tennessee's coming in super hot too. Tennessee's has looked pretty powerful. They always have Travis Henry, so I'm not going to pick against the Steelers, Aaron. I'm not going to get into what I think is going to happen. I think we can stop the run. I don't see a lot of wide receivers that scare me enough to pick against my team and think that they're going to throw up a shit ton of points on us. I could be wrong. I'm saying we beat them, and whatever day we play them, and the score is going to be 28-14.
Okay. So this is where I think I could get you on the spread because you left a lot of meat on that bone. You know what I'm saying? And I think you kind of sleeping on the Titans a little bit because I could agree with picking the Steelers to win, but not 28-14, though. I'm not going to let you disrespect the Steelers like that. I mean, the Titans like that. Because I used to live in Nashville, and that is the one bright spot is that team actually got a lot of heart, bro. Like, to me, all last year at least, anytime when I would be like, oh, they about to get smacked, you know what I'm saying? Like, they wouldn't get smacked. Like, they actually beat Kansas City, I think, during the regular season, if I'm not mistaken, last year. Like, on some craziness, because there was a whole bunch of Kansas City fans that came down there, and I was like, oh, Mahomes about to light us up today. And he didn't have a great day. But part of that is because the field in Tennessee is fucking shitty, dude. It's like a slow field. It's soggy. Like, it's notorious for being like a fucking mud patch. Like, people don't know that. So, like, that slowed Tyreek Hill down enough. So I think that they had a little bit of a strategical advantage people didn't see coming into the game. You know what I mean?
Well, regardless, they got a fucking rhino in running back that can just, like, run through brick walls. Right. So, you know, they always get yards out of him.
Bud Dupree just as much of a beast. So that's why I would give it to y'all. I think y'all can stop that run game. And if they can't run the ball, it's going to be a long day for them. But I would say I'm going to say it's going to be 26. Nah, hold on. I say 23-18. Steelers, though, yeah. Okay. I'm going to pick the Steelers, too, because, like, I feel like it's what you said. They got a lot of shit going on there right now. It's a lot of other things people probably thinking about, you know what I mean, instead of just the game. And also, I don't think that Tannehill has enough weapons and is going to get enough time in the pocket to really hurt y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they can somehow get Henry going, anything's possible because they can hit that play action and then shit's a danger zone. But I feel like y'all got enough beast up front to slow that running game down, dude. Because, like, he's a big guy, but he's also a big target, too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can hit that motherfucker, bro. He might run through you, but can he do that for 40 times all day? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't know if it's going to add up to if Travis Henry wound up getting 2 touchdowns, all bets are off, dude. Y'all might lose that shit, but I don't see that shit happening. You know what I'm saying? I think y'all defense can corral him. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying this, but this guy is also an amazing dude. Same thing I was saying. It's like Deshaun Watson last week. If somebody decides to be amazing, y'all can lose, but Deshaun Watson wasn't amazing.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they ain't at that level where I just don't see any cracks. I see a lot of cracks, but we have a lot of really great – I mean, between Bud Dupree and TJ Watt, good luck. You know? So we'll see.
Something I was saying about Mahomes, bro. Like, Mahomes has the ability to be amazing. Like, that's the thing that's scary about that team. You know what I'm saying? It's not just the fact that everybody on it is a good player and stuff. It's the fact, too, that, like, he's a good player doing shit that he shouldn't be able to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I don't get why people be hating on, like, LeBron and stuff, man. Like, I just want to bring this up real quick. Like, they always bring up the MJ-LeBron debate shit. But, like, to me, LeBron is the ultimate player in the terms of, like, who you would want to be on a team with. Like, if you walked onto a court and, like, you saw a whole bunch of people playing ball and then you saw him, you'd be like, oh, I want to be on that dude's team, bro. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause, like, well, the thing about it is that it's going to make the game easier for you because the dude is nice as hell. He's, like, kind-hearted as fuck. And his game is to the point where he can handle the ball if they down the court. So you don't got to do that pressure sense. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to take all the pressure off. You can line your shot up, get ready to go, and then he's going to hit you right in the pocket with the most bomb-ass pass. And then if that's just not working, he'll go dunk on everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, on top of everything else.
You got
that's a great teammate.
You know what I'm saying? A great teammate. But then if you look at Jordan, and I'm not hating on Jordan at all in any way. Like, to me, Jordan has a type of game where, like, when you watch from a distance, you say to yourself, damn, I wish I could play like that. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, he had the type of game where I don't even think he knew what he was about to do sometimes. Like, he literally would pull up with, like, 3 people in his face. And it's just like, I'm going to still, out of sheer will, make this shot. Like, fuck that. I don't care if y'all think y'all about to block this. I'm not going to let you block this. Like, that's the type of game, like, in your head you wish you could have, where it's just like, oh, you going to try to block my dunk? I'll just elevate even more and slam on your ass. Like, everybody can't do that, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he has, like, the dream type of game, but like LeBron
almost, where it's like, oh, you're just gonna do everything in your power to get a bucket, whatever.
Right, whatever, exactly. Like, nothing is too big of an obstacle for you. That's amazing. You know what I'm saying? That's a skill. I don't think LeBron has that skill. Like, LeBron sees the wall and he's like, oh, well, to make it easier, I can just pass it to him and then he can hit it back and I'm around the wall now and I'm dunking. You know what I'm saying? Like, he sees the game differently, whereas Jordan probably was making bad plays. You know what I'm saying? But because he was who he was, he could just still make that shit happen. You know what I'm saying? Where it was like, damn, bro, they almost hit you in a trap right there, and you somehow put it behind your back through your legs, got through the trap, and then dunked on the center. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, the coach is over there looking like, all right, cool, do you. So that's where I think the comparison is fucked up. And, like, that's kind of how I feel about the Cowboys, though, too, bro. They're all that show, bro. They want to be Jordan, but they're more like fucking, they're not even Luke Walton, dog. You know what I'm saying? They got the dreams. They got the dreams in their minds of, like, this great thing. Like, and that's what's crazy to me. Like, Jerry Jones in his mind thinks Tony Romo won a Super Bowl, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how he treated Romo, bro. Like, he was some prince. And even Dak, like, in his mindset, like, he thinks Dak should have won that game last week, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so I'm supposed to score 40 points every week. Y'all don't think that's like a high-ass barrier for me?
I think his problem is that once he anoints somebody as his choice of whatever that is, he won't deviate. So, like, Romo, it's like he anointed that guy. And with regard to Romo, that guy put up numbers. I mean, he didn't give you results that you wanted it finally, but if you just looked at his numbers, hard to argue that he was a good quarterback because he did have good numbers, but a lot of garbage time, a lot of shit, a lot of injuries and stuff. But once he commits to that, he won't admit he needs to make a different, you know, okay, this ain't working anymore. He can't come out of that, you know.
Well,
so
to me, also,
that's your guys' problem.
Well, if you're a good GM, what you should be doing is always building the team of the future anyways. So, like, yeah, you might have Romo, but then you go get a guy like Dak and you say, let's see what we can do with him. You know what I'm saying? It just so happens Dak time came way quicker than what they ever expected. But then once you get that guy, then you say, okay, he's that guy for X amount of years and we're going to have him. Let's project 5 years into the future. You know, what's his game like different from Romo that I could get him a couple pieces to make his game better? Like, for example, one thing they still haven't really gotten him is a good tight end. As good as everybody wants to say Romo was a product of Jason Witten in his prime, playing with T.O., having Des Bryant. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have those same pieces around Dak. You know what I'm saying? And the team ain't the same because, like, one of the pieces is Ezekiel Elliott. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it should be y'all have a sick, dangerous game in the backfield where Dak can run, Zeke can run. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got dudes screening out the backfield, doing different shit. You know what I'm saying? They don't do that. They have a whole different mindset of what the offense is supposed to be, all because they don't want to commit to Dak is what I think it is. And I think that, like I said, like, we have this window of him for 5 years. And if he don't pan out in 5 years, you're supposed to have that kid in the background that you say, okay, you've been sitting on the bench for 3. What you got in the tank? Let's we can do with him. But, like, I think Jerry Jones don't even think that far ahead. He just gets that one shiny new toy and is like, that whole CD.
This is it. We got it this year, boys. And then it's like, Jerry, this is a dumpster fire again.
That was stupid, bro. Like, I'm not hating on CeeDee Lamb. I think he's a good player. But I think, and this guy I work with is, I play golf with too. He's an Eagles fan. And he was like, man, they got CeeDee Lamb because they didn't want the Eagles to get him. And I was like, man, you're probably right. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, they were Eagles. Supposedly the Eagles were on the phone trying to get that pick after the Cowboys. So Jerry went ahead and did it. But that's stupid because you just wasted a first-round draft pick on a position that you just paid $20 million to. Like, you paid Amari Cooper $20 million a year, dog. So, like, he needs to produce, and then you have a good number 2 wide receiver. You don't need a third.
I ain't worth that either, honestly, dude. That guy ain't that good.
They should have never did that. Like, that was stupid. Because, like, bro, we didn't just give him that contract. We also gave Oakland a first-round draft pick to get him, dog. Like, we're in the hole already for that kid.
That's just a
You know what
bad
I'm saying?
circumstance.
Just all around bad, but it's because it's headlines. You see what I'm saying? So, like, but you got to realize you lost a first round draft pick on Amari Cooper that could have been a pass rusher, a safety that we've always needed help with. Y'all's mindset, the offense, for whatever reason, needs more help when what you should have been doing is getting offensive linemen and defense, bro. That's where we needed help. We had skill players already. You got Zeke. Like, you just paid the man $95 million a year contract, not a year, but an overall contract. Why the fuck would you say all we need to do now is put a wall in front of them, a bunch of big, strong-ass dudes from the first round out of Wisconsin or Nebraska, put some bodies up there and get them to block for this dude, and then we're going to have the edge guys already? Because Amari Cooper ain't great, but we had him. So you keep, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't get it, man. I feel like we got too many shiny like things and not enough dirt pieces, bro. Like, you need a fucking Tonka trunk before you need a Hot Wheel sometimes to build the roads. You know what I'm saying? Like,
damn, that's a good. No, you need to put that on a shirt, bro.
Yeah, man. That's the problem with the Cowboys, bro. Not enough Tonka trunks, too many Hot Wheels, bro.
Well, they do play Cleveland this weekend, and given
man.
what you just said to me,
oh man,
you ain't gonna like this one, dude. But
what you about to pick?
I saw
see.
Cleveland play last week. I know they're a shitty team. They're full of shit. They suck. I don't like to give them any credit, but your defense looks like shit, and they have a good running back. So I think you're gonna take another L this weekend.
Oh,
Cleveland's gonna win 23-21.
Oh God, say it ain't so, Matt. Say it ain't so. 23-21.
I'm sorry, dude. I feel bad because I mean I don't want to give them
Unfortunately-
any shine, but you know, whatever.
Well, here's the thing, man. Unfortunately, they put me in the same position with the Atlanta game, in which, out of pure fandom, I have to pick them, I suppose, because if I say no, then that means that they're 1-3 for the
No.
start of the fucking season. You know what I'm saying? And like, I can't, as a fan, be going for that shit to be a reality of my existence, dude. Like, I just can't live in that realm. You know what I'm saying? Because if I say it now, it's gonna happen for sure. Like, that's my position. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I say it now, I'm damning them to the loss. So I can't do that to them. So just out of pure love, I have to give them something.
Oh man.
I'm gonna say,
for the love of the
say-
game.
I'm gonna say, motherfucking 32-28 Cowboys.
Wow, a shootout. Really?
It's gotta be. It's gotta be. It's no other hope but a shootout. And it's gonna be some last game heroics, and this time the offensive field's offside kit's gonna bounce our way again, bro. And the Browns gonna be looking at egg on their face.
Well,
and we're gonna get another one.
I mean, here's what I gotta say. I picked Cleveland, but I don't want. If I'm rooting just on the game, I want Dallas to win.
Right.
Like, because I secretly do like Dallas, just because I was around you so much. So I've been paying attention to them a bunch. So I want them to beat Cleveland. Man, dude, I don't know. It's a tough
Here's
one.
the thing,
It's
man.
definitely a tough one.
It's like what I said about the Skip Bayless thing earlier. As a fan, I can't root for that bullshit. So I have to say they're gonna win. You see what I'm saying? Like, if they can't beat the Browns, what is the hope for the season? It's the Browns, man. You can say all that shit with Mayfield and Chubb and all that. It's the Browns, man. It's the fucking Browns.
I mean, Mayfield ain't shit. Mayfield's gonna be out of the league in 2 years, but that Chubb dude is a beast, dude.
Man, I shouldn't have even just said the score that I said, dude. Like, you realize I just said the Browns are gonna score 28 on my team? When has that ever been a thing? That's crazy. That's scary. Honestly, I want to flip that. It's gonna be a defensive struggle, 14-3, motherfucker.
Oh shit. Okay. Wow, what a drastic change in the score. But I like that. I like that you think your defense actually can do something, because after watching last week, bro, I don't know. You must be on some dope for that, but
Man, this the week they gonna figure it all out, man. They gonna pull it all together, man. I'm saying some fan shit right now is what I'm saying, bro. Like,
you listening, Jerry? You fucking listening?
That's why you should never even have a team, because like the allegiance will fuck you every time, bro. Because like
that's why I don't gamble, dude. Because I can't pick against the Steelers in that situation, especially if it's somebody who likes, like, I have a lot of friends who are Browns fans because I'm from Ohio, so that fucked me a lot, because they would use my love of my team against me, like, because they knew I hated the Ravens or whatever. So they'd fucking psych me up and then get me into these shit bets where I shouldn't, you shouldn't bet on your team ever. That's just not,
Right.
that's bad
Right.
juju anyway. So I don't think for what you're talking, I get what you're saying. You don't want to put anything out there, any negativity.
I can't, man.
You can. I get it.
Bro.
If I was in your boat, I would be I would be throwing that water out just the same way as you are, as their ship's sinking. Just trying to keep the people from panicking, dude.
I'm saying, man. Because, like, think about it, bro. 1-3, and one of the teams you lost to is the Browns, bro. Like, come on, man.
But again, like you said,
28.
you can take solace in the fact that your team is in such a trash division that it's not going to hurt your chances of getting to the playoffs. But yeah, for any actual success, you're not.
I think
that ain't in the cards, dude. That's not in the cards.
For the Browns, they play like the Redskins and the Giants and shit. So we kind of get some easy layup games. Then we got like the Ravens. That's what I was about to say. But then we play like the Ravens too. But yeah, like you hope that we're gonna beat those teams because that'll be the day that, Dwayne Haskins will throw 300 yards and actually figure out how to find a receiver and read a defense. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I expect of my team because that's their MO usually is that we'll be like win these games that we need to. Like, hell yeah, we beat the Ravens. We needed that. And then we'll play Cincinnati or even a shittier team. Like, whatever. Put the shit team in there. Yeah, exactly. The Jets. Somebody that you should just annihilate, and they'll put up 35 and we win by 3. And it's like, I don't know what the team is. Even if in a win, you don't feel good about it. So it's weird, but I get it, man. You got to stick by your team. I want to stick by my team.
17-6. 17-6.
17-6. Son of a bitch. Okay, that's it. No more. No take back, motherfucker.
Oh man, bro. I mean, that's putting so much love on that defense right there, dude.
Good luck. Good luck. Enjoy that dope that you're on right now. Whatever got you to that decision.
Because I can't, man. I'm not saying the Browns are scoring 28 on my team, bro. That's just disrespectful, bro. Like, even on Madden, that's disrespectful. For somebody to pick the Browns and you got the Cowboys and they put 28 up on you, like, that's disrespectful, dog. Like, I can't even live in that realm, dog. Fuck that.
I hope Baker Mayfield isn't listening to this. He's sitting in his fucking trailer
Baker Mayfield,
now.
if I see you, I'm knocking your ass out like Ice Cube, man. Fuck that.
You hear that, Baker? Get out! You better get that Hulu money while it's still coming in, because it's coming for you.
Oh man,
it's coming for you. The Steelers game has been canceled.
I have no faith in this team anymore. I don't even want to pick these games anymore, bro. After the last
dude, you locked in, bro. This is gonna be a sad last episode. Whenever we're at the end of the season, like.
Oh God!
I remember when we wished we were at week 3 seemed like a great week. Now we're both 7-9 or whatever, and we fucking hate our lives and shit.
Well, I'm telling you, bro, the Cowboys will be fucking 6-8, and they'll be talking like, well, they still could win out and get a chance to get to the playoffs. It's like, man, shut up, man. Turn this shit off.
We're still in this. It's like till the last game. Like if these 8 teams lose and then this team ties. We're going to the playoffs, y'all.
It's just like, man, Jerry, turn the TV off, man. Go sit in that corner. Don't say nothing else. For the rest of the night, you done, bro. Like, God dang, man, it's just terrible, man. So, I don't, man, I made my pick, man. I'm sticking with it. 21.
Stop. I don't want to hear this shit. It's locked in. We'll see what happens. You got 8 fucking picks for the Cowboys game. Fuck all this.
Oh man, but yeah, bro.
Man, you in Vegas at the window, like, hold on, like, let me get that back real quick. Let me get the slip back.
Betting horses, just like, sir, you bet on every horse, dog. Like, you can't.
You have no money on any. There's nothing. You're drinking of your own piss right now.
I'm telling you, dude. Like, that's why I'm with you, man. I can't gamble because you got to have too many alliances to your squad. I just can't. Like, even like the NBA championship, bro. Like, I like the Heat. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna say the Heat about to beat the Lakers, man. Come on, dude. Like LeBron playing out his mind right now, bro. As much as I would love to see some shit like that, because I actually like Jimmy Butler and like it'd be cool to kind of see like a team being upset. That shit ain't about to happen, bro.
That's
LeBron
a
about to
big
go in
ask, especially for somebody like Butler. I don't really watch basketball, but you have to see him just basically single-handedly winning games for these in the playoffs. Like he's putting up insane numbers in the bubble.
Well, they've been winning because they've been playing hard D.
And
then,
that
like,
white dude, they got that one
dude.
white boy on that team. I forget his name on the Heat.
Tyler Hero, bro. He's out there
Yeah,
stroking it, man. Like, but the thing is that's some shit that's like fool's gold because like that kid ain't gonna be able to do that. Like, if you put LeBron on him for even a second, he ain't gonna be spraying them threes like that, bro. Like, because he was hitting from almost half court, and it's just like, yeah, that's all well and good when nobody's really guarding you like that, bro. But the second that you get some real D on you, them shots ain't gonna be there, and that hoop not gonna look as big in the finals. You know what I'm saying? Like, the pressure of winning the ring gets on you, and shit changes. You know what I mean?
Well, we'll see. It'll be interesting to watch that, dude, for sure. I mean, I ain't like into basketball, but we're at the finals now, so I'll watch it now. You know, it'll be.
I just peek at the game a little bit on the recaps. I don't really watch the game. I just in the morning look at who like all of the plays that scored and shit.
Oh yeah. Well.
But yeah, man, this a long
all
one
of
today,
Aaron's
man.
fucking picks are in. All 13 of them shits.
Yeah, Trump got us hyped, man. We talked about that bitch for too long, and then we got my second least favorite enemy is Jerry Jones. So
oh God, dude, you going up against all the Illuminati in one episode, bro. This is dangerous shit you're doing, bro.
Hey, bro, and we'll just know that. Let this be the message to the world. I didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? I like whatever the dirt says. It wasn't me.
That's a fucking. You hear that, America? Aaron did not do whatever the fuck you think he did.
Right. I mean, I just think they'll just leave you hanging somewhere and make it look like you were beating your dick, choking yourself, and just leave you dead. And they just be like, "Oh, he's an auto asphyxiation freak." It's like, no, man, I don't do that, man. I never did that, y'all. Okay.
I lived with this man for years. I never saw this shit.
Just know. It wasn't me, okay?
You did have a lot of belts, though, so I don't know.
A whole lot of neckties, too. So I don't know.
All right, Aaron. Well, don't get into that shit. Just, beat off like gentlemen, like everyone should. And
I use a plastic bag, guys, just so y'all know. Yeah, it's a little different, man. I got a different flow.
I don't know if this is how we should end this episode, but that's just how it's going to happen. So... You heard it here, folks. Thanks for listening. If you're still here, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry you're still listening. But, that's your fault. So thanks for listening. This has been week 25. Aaron, take it easy. No belts, no bags. Just beat off. I'll see you next week, buddy. Peace.
Yeah.